my name is Miss Leah. I'm with Sci-Fi Library Kids Corner, and today I just wanted to share a few books that our tween readers might find interesting. You can find all these books on our website or through Libby or Overdrive. Ebooks and audiobooks are available if they're not already checked out. Now, some of these books are newer and some are a little bit older, so more like classics. And some of them you might just find laying around your house like I did. So I'm sure many of you have heard of the Chronicles of Narnia, or at least the first book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. Well, if you have read the book or seen the movie, have you ever wondered where the wardrobe came from? Why is it magic? How did it end up in an old house in England for 4 children just to walk straight through to another realm? Now, where did the White Witch come from? And why does time pass differently in Narnia than it does in the real world? Well, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about your Narnian history, I recommend checking out The Magician's Nephew. Now, this is a very old copy of the series that I read growing up. The new one has a much more interesting cover, and you can find that one on Overdrive and Libby. Now, if you're interested in the whole series, you can read them in the order of events, or you could read them in the order that they were written. The order they were written by C.S. Lewis was The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, The Silver Chair, The Horse and His Boy, The Last Battle, The Magician's Nephew, and then The Last Battle. And as you can see, these are very old and well read. So, if you like fantasy and adventure, I recommend checking out The Magician's Nephew and the rest of the Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. Now, if you like larger-than-life characters and the occasional laugh out loud while you're reading a book, you might want to check out A Year Down Yonder or A Long Way from Chicago by Richard Peck. In these stories, there are some larger-than-life characters that may have you laughing out loud. The Year Down Yonder is about a young girl who goes to spend some time with her grandmother, set during the Great Depression, and her family is a little short on supplies, so she goes down to spend some time with her grandma. Well, her grandma has some strange ideas and some very interesting ways to make ends meet. So, if you want a good laugh, check out A Year Down Yonder, or the book that came right before it, A Long Way from Chicago. If you're looking for something light to read, and something maybe reminiscent of some classics like Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm or Anne of Green Gables, well, you might want to check out The Pinder Wicks. A summer tale of 4 sisters, 2 rabbits, and a very interesting boy. Well, that kind of sums it up. It is a very fun story about 4 sisters who go and stay on an estate and meet a young boy whose family owns the estate. Well, they try their best to stay out of trouble. But what can you do when you have 4 rambunctious sisters and a boy running all around? Well, they manage to have fun, and if you want to find out what their adventures are, check out The Pinder Wicks. Now, if you enjoyed this story, you could also check out the rest of the Pinder Wicks series, which includes The Pinder Wicks on Gardem Street, The Pinder Wicks at Point Monette, The Pinder Wicks in Spring, and The Pinder Wicks at Last. Not necessarily in that order. All of them by Jeannie Birdsall. I'm sure many of you have heard of The Hunger Games. Either read the book or seen the movie, or both. Well, Suzanne Collins, the author of The Hunger Games, also wrote another series for slightly younger readers, but still very good, called Gregor the Overlander. This story is about a young boy who falls down underneath New York City trying to rescue his sister, who has also fallen. Well, underneath the city he finds a whole world of giant creatures, giant bugs, giant rats, and people who live underneath the city, and he gets wrapped up in a prophecy. Will he be able to save the underworld? I don't know. Check it out. We start with Gregor the Overlander by Suzanne Collins. I hope at least one of those books sparked your interest and that you go and check it out through Harris County Public Library. Thank you.